Thank you very much. And as a former recipient of food from the S6 Food Bank, thank you very much. People say you're only 3 weeks away from being homeless, and that's pretty scary. And it's quite, you never expect to be there, and sometimes you find yourself there, and who knows what the future holds. So, yes, excellent fundraising tonight, and hopefully we'll keep everyone fed and warm. So, and given it's the overtly political thing, I'm wearing an overtly political T-shirt. This is, if you hadn't guessed yet, I'm Australian, and this shirt is in memory of 3 Aboriginal kids that were taken and murdered, and they haven't yet been had justice for that. So there's people up in Barraville where my brother-in-law is, and his family grew up. But besides all of that, yesterday was 12 months since the last evacuation plane left Kabul International Airport. And my friend Fred Smith was there, and he said he's never seen anything like it in his life. But he happens to be a diplomat in Australia and also a songwriter. And he was stationed in 2009 and 2010, was stationed in Uruzgan province in Afghanistan, and has written some amazing songs, and some of those are written for women to sing, and I'm going to sing you one of those tonight. And also a book, and now from his most recent trip to help with the evacuation of Kabul, he's now written another set of songs, and I'm sure there'll be a forthcoming book. But yeah, I'm going to sing a song about Afghanistan because there are far too many wars currently and conflicts going on around the world, and Ukraine and Russia is not the only one, despite what apparently America thinks. So I heard someone say, you know, an American person who has an audience of many thousands of people say that, I mean, if you think about it, what's there been since Iraq? Crickets. I'm like, Yemen, Syria, Afghanistan, all the African states. There's quite a lot going on in South and Central America. Lots more going on. Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Burma, Palestine, etc. There are lots. So this is Fred Smith's song, "A Thousand Splendid Suns," which is a quote from a poem, a 17th century poet about Kabul. A soldier down by the road has manned his checkpoint all day, out in the hot summer sun, old uniform and AK. I too have worked a long day behind this high compound wall, felt the evening breeze, and took some time to recall. Seems like a long time ago, back when this city was green. We walked the streets of Kabul, were not afraid to be seen. Now hid behind these walls 1,000 splendid suns, a mind and hopeful heart behind each veil. The Russians came from the north with their tanks and their planes. Kabul took no time to fall. For years the communists reigned, but the countryside held and killed enough of their men until they finally left. Then trouble started again. The Mudge turned in on themselves. Whoever guessed that they would? Dostum Sayaf and Fahim, Hekmatier and Masood. Now hid behind these walls 1,000 splendid suns, a mind and hopeful heart behind each fair. The rockets rained from the south, so many long nights of fear, before the Talib swept in, Kalishnikovs and Longbeards. Why did this struggle begin? When will this war ever end? A time of triumph of sin, a time of dangerous men. Now hid behind these walls 1,000 splendid suns, a mind and hopeful heart behind each bed. Thank you very much. Anyone who was wanting to sing the chorus of this next one, please come up the front. You may have heard it on Tuesday night, and if you haven't, so anyway. But for those of you who want the chorus, if someone at the front holds them up, the people behind you can see them. How's that? So this is by, I'll stick another one down there if you've got that one. Can you put that on there? Pass another one down the back. So I'm going to sing a song by Sai Khan, who's an American writer, so it's nice to know that there is lovely voices coming out of America as well. And he wrote this on a Christmas Eve when he had looked up the internet a while ago and discovered that at that point in time there were 127 conflicts currently around the world. I haven't looked at today's number, but it's still far too high. So please join in, Season of Peace. Season of peace, ground snowy white, we are at peace with each other tonight. But in how many places as we sit at ease does the firing of guns break the silence of peace? Season of peace, season of war. When will these battles divide us no more? What for a day when all wars will cease, and each day that we live is a season of peace. But in how many countries do people still fight? Slave against master, black against white, Catholic and Protestant, Muslim and Jew. season.